friends, welcome to my channel. So as we know, we have successfully completed our SQL series in which I have mentioned all the important topics that are basically asked in every SQL interview. So from today we are going to start our practice set on various SQL questions. Okay, so what will we do in this practice set? I will upload one video every day that will consist of 5 or 6 SQL queries, and these queries will proceed from easiest to difficult. Okay, so this is our first video. So in this video we will discuss 5 to 6 SQL queries that are of a very basic level SQL queries. Okay, and in our further videos we will do some difficult queries also. Okay, so let's start with the first query. Firstly, you try to solve this query by yourself and stop the video, and if you do not get to know about how to solve this, and then you see my solution, right? So let's see our first query. Okay, so the first query is basically create a table. See, it is what? Create a table employee having column name imp id, or we can say employee imp number, imp name, salary and job. Now what is this query saying? We have to make a table, that is employee table, which consists of 4 columns, that is imp number, imp name, salary and job. Now how do we write this query? Okay, as we know, we used to create a table with the help of create command. Create command. Okay, so same in this query, in order to solve this query we will make a use of this create command. So how do we write the query in order to create this table? So we will write this like this. See, it will be create table. Okay, after this we used to specify the name of the table. So what is the name of the table? The name of the table is employee. Okay, and after starting this brackets we used to define all the columns that we want to add in this table. Okay, so the very first column that we want to add in this table is what? Imp number. Okay, imp number. After this we used to specify the data type that we want to give, that is what type of value that we want to enter in these columns. So it is imp number, that will consist of employee id, so it will be of number type. Okay, so the data type is what? Number, and the maximum length I want is 5, right? So this is our first column. Now the second column is what? Employee name. It is what? Imp name. Now what kind of data type? See, imp name will consist of some string type names, right? So we will give the data type over here varchar2, varchar2, and maximum length is 15. Okay, this is a creation of our second column. Next is a salary column. Salary. Okay, now salary will be again of number type 7. Okay, next is what? Job. Now the last column in this table will be job. Now job is again of varchar2 type because it is of string type. varchar2, and the maximum length will be 10. So the last line will be select star from dual. Okay, so this is a simple way that we will write a query for solving this one in order to create a table employee that will consist of these 4 columns. So this is our first query. Now let's come to our second query. So the second query is also quite very simple. So what is this query say? So in this what is it is saying to us? Change the name of the column imp name. Okay, so this query is again applied on the table that we have created in this example, that is the employee table. In this, what we want to change the name of the column, that is imp name column, from imp name to ename. So in order to rename a column in a table we have to make use of 2 commands. Okay, the first command is what? Alter command, and the second command is what? Rename command. So both these 2 commands are used with each other in order to rename a column in a table. So how do we write a query? Okay, in order to alter, rename this column from imp name to ename. Okay, so the query will be like alter, okay, table. After this we will write the name of the table. Okay, so what is the name of the table over here? The name of the table is employee table. Employee table. Okay, after this we will, in the next line, we will use the rename command. Okay, so it will be used like this, rename. Okay, and here we will specify firstly our previous name of column that we want to convert to the new name. Okay, that is the old name of the column. So what is the old name over here? It is imp name. Okay, to which, so after this we will use to, and here we will write the new name that we want to give our column, that is e name. Okay, so this is a very simple query that we use to rename a column. Okay, so we have renamed a column from imp name to e name. Okay, so this is a second query. Now what is the third query says over here? It is saying that delete row from table employee whose ID is 5. Okay, now if so how do we perform a delete operation? Okay, if we have a table and we want to delete a particular column, so we use the command that is delete. So we use delete command. Okay, in order to delete a particular column, okay, or group of columns from a table, rows, or we can say record from a table, we use delete command. So how do we delete over here? So the simple query is what? It is delete from, what is the table name over here? Employee. Next we will specify the condition on the basis of which we want to delete. So what is the condition over here? Where imp number, because we know that in this table the IDs of the employees are specified in the column, that is imp number is equals to 5. Okay, so this is a delete operation that will delete the column that will whose ID, the row, the record whose ID is 5 from the table. Okay, so this is a delete query. Next, fourth query is what? Here let's read it. Make the column imp number. Okay, imp number is a column as a primary key, okay, in the employee table. Okay, so as we know, we have created an employee in this, but we have not mentioned this column as a primary key or any key. Okay, so in this we have been told to make to convert the column as a primary key, make this column as a primary key. So again this will be happen by using the alter command. Okay, so how do we do this? Here the query would be same alter table, and what is the name of the table? It is employee table. Again with alter table we are going to use one more command, that is add command, which will add a primary key to this column. Okay, so how do we specify this over here? It will be add, what is the name of the constraint that we want to apply? It is primary key. Okay, so we will write over here primary key, and to which column we want to apply this primary key. So the name of the column is what? Imp name. Okay, so this is the what will this query will do? It will add a primary key constant to this employee number column. Now let's come to our last query over here. So what is saying so what is this last query saying over here? So it is asking select names of employees from employees. So the table is again employee table. So in this we want to select some names of the employees who are having salary greater than 10,000. So now from this query we have been understood that the command that is going to be used is what? Select command. Okay, so you're going to use select command in this in order to create a query that will fetch the result that is asked in this query. Okay, so what will be the query over here? So it will be simple select. Here we will specify what we want from the table. So in this we just want names of the employees over here. Okay, so what is the employee name column? It is e name. Firstly it was imp name, but in the second query we have renamed this column as e name. Okay, so we will write over here the new name that we have renamed the column. Okay, that is select e name from, what is the table name? Table name is what? Employee. Where? Okay, so we have also given the condition over here. This is a condition. Okay, this is a table. Three things one must know about this over here. So what is the column that we want, then from which table, and on the basis of which condition over here. Okay, so what is the condition over here? Where salary, so the column name is also salary, greater than 10,000. Okay, so this is a simple query that will fetch all the employee names who are having salary greater than 10,000. Okay, so this is the last question, last SQL query that we have solved over here. So yeah, I hope so you have enjoyed the video and have solved many of the questions over here. So in our next video we will discuss some more difficult SQL queries. So this is the first video lecture on this practice question, that's why I've mentioned very simple queries in this. So in the next video we will discuss some more difficult SQL queries. Thank you.